All right, so we should be hearing me now. I see Cynthia on. Let me know if you're hearing me, Cynthia. Good. All right. So welcome everyone. Tonight we're gonna be doing finishing up our look on men's health just for men. We started this series round about the 20th, which was International Men's Day. And we have been looking at issues affecting men. We started out by looking at erectile dysfunction, which is, as I said, a very common occurrence now that is happening to a lot of our men. A lot of our men are having erectile dysfunction. As a matter of fact, if you notice on the video, on the thumbnail, I say that if you're over 40, you ought to be here. Right? If you're over 40, you ought to be here. Right? If you're over 40, you ought to be here, because these are a lot of the issues that we're talking about are going to be issues affecting men over the age of 40. So we started talking about erectile dysfunction. We started talking about erectile dysfunction, and we looked at issues affecting men. That was the first day. The second day we looked at issues affecting the enlarged prostate. And then we looked at day number 3, we looked at men's general health. All right. And then tonight we're going to finishing up that looking on energy, because as I said, in the first day we spoke about a number of issues that affect men, and that it's possible for some men to get products. And when they get products, it doesn't work equally for all of them. All right? It doesn't work for all of them the same way. And I spoke about formulation and, determining a good formulation. We spoke about some herbs that are herbs that a lot of men should be using, a lot of men should be getting. And tonight, we want to finish up the products that are essential for general men's health. So we want to look at those ingredients, we want to look at those plants, and then those products, sorry. And then we want to go into one particular ingredient that is very useful for men as it relates to helping them with energy. All right? As it relates to helping them with energy. So we say that when a man has issues, the factors are going to be from physical factors, psychological factors, emotional factors. And we looked at some of the physical factors, and some of the physical factors included hormonal imbalance. It also was due to certain minerals like zinc, boron, and all of those. So we looked at all of those products, and we realized that a man's need as they get older is very different from when they are young. Right? And so what I've done is we have some products that I have combined into a combo that I call the Alpha Male Complex. And so what I've been doing is we've been looking at these nutritional needs. We're going to continue looking at those nutritional needs. All right, we're going to continue looking at those nutritional needs. And we're going to look at the fourth part. Some men have issues because of poor energy. All right. And some men are overworked. And because they are overworked, then they don't have they're low on vitamin Bs. We also talk about vitamin Bs, which are a set of essential enzymes that are necessary for man to function. And tonight we're going to be talking more about those vitamin B1, B2, the families of vitamin Bs, take a closer look at them, and then looking at how these minerals are important, right? Why these minerals are important. So tonight is going to be very exciting. I see 4 persons on. Let me know. I know Cynthia is on. Who else is on? Let me know who else is here with us tonight. Let me know who else is here with us tonight. And let me know where you're joining from. I see Benton is here. Welcome, Benton. Welcome, welcome. I know Benton is from Jamaica. And we want to welcome everyone who is joining. Just send the link to someone and let them know that we are on. Let them know that we are on. Just giving up a few persons some time to join us. Just giving some persons, a few more persons, a little time just to join us. And then we're going to go into tonight's presentation. The next presentation that we're going to be looking at is cancer. And we'll be taking a deep dive as we look at the different types of cancer. We're going to be looking at the families of cancer. Vitality Trends is here. Good night, Vitality Trends. We're going to be looking at the different families of cancers, and we're going to be looking at what are some effective, what are some things that you can use to help the body in the fight against cancer. So tonight, I'm trying to get my notes up, but it's not going up. But we're going to be looking at these minerals and what they mean for men's health. Because, as men get older, their needs changes. The different minerals that they need is very different from when they were young. And so we have to pay more keen attention to the foods that we eat and to the mineral needs that we need. And so we're going to be looking at that tonight. We're going to continue our look on that tonight. All right. I wanna share my screen with you, so I'm just trying to get the notes to come up. Those seem as if it's gonna come up. I think. All right. So that's what we're gonna be talking about tonight. And So we're gonna start out by looking at the B vitamins. And one of the first one we want to look on is vitamin B1. Hold on, let me. Vitamin B1. And vitamin B1 is one of those vitamins that helps to give us energy. It helps to boost the immune system, but it helps to give us energy. And so sometimes when we don't, when we are deficient in vitamin B1, it affects our sleep. All right. So vitamin B1 is important for men's health because it supports the nervous system, the heart, and the brain. And so vitamin B1 can help strengthen the immune system, which can protect the body from infections and illnesses. And so if you look on the I don't know why this won't come up. Yeah, gin, I don't know. Of course, vitality trend. Love that. So vitamin B1 is a very essential vitamin, and because it helps to support the heart, it helps to support the brain, and it helps to support the nervous system. As men get older, um, these are functions that need to be supported. And so it protects it strengthens the immune system, which can protect the body from infection and illnesses. B1 can help the body cope with stressful situations, and so it helps the body to deal with stress when you're going through stress. You'll find that when people are deficient in vitamin B1, they sometimes develop nervous related issues, or they sometimes develop um, anxiety issues, right? Um, when your diet, when a man's diet is also rich in vitamin B1, it helps the body cope with, you know, to lower the risk of cataract, right? So cataract in the eye. People with type 1 and type 2 diabetes often have low levels of thiamine, and researchers are studying whether supplements can improve blood sugar. And so, if it is that you're diabetic, vitamin B1 is also one of those minerals that can help boost the body's immune system. All right. Oh, hey, Adriana. Yeah, it's Kinder Group. It's Adriana. I'm glad you shared it with the Kinder Group. I forgot to share it there. So vitamin B1 also helps those very important parts of the body. Then there's vitamin B2, and it's important for many aspects of health, including energy production. Uh, Vitamin 2 helps break down carbohydrates, proteins, and fats to produce energy. And so a lot of persons who don't get enough sleep may end up being deficient in vitamin B2 because um, once there's not enough B2 in the system, then persons sometimes end up being overworked, being burnt out. So vitamin B2 helps tremendously. Vitamin B2 is also necessary for the formation of red blood cells. So very important. And it also helps to repair cell tissues, including burns and open wounds. So vitamin B2, you get vitamin B2 naturally from foods like brewer's yeast or molasses. Molasses is an excellent source of vitamin 2 B2. But if you're diabetic, that may not be a great option for you. So brewer's yeast may be a better option. But vitamin B2 is completely important. Then there's vitamin B3, also called niacin. And vitamin B3 also helps the body make various sex and stress related hormones, in the adrenal glands and other parts of the body. Vitamin B3 helps improve circulation, and it has been shown to suppress inflammation. All the B vitamins are water soluble, meaning the body does not store them, and so you have to take them in fresh every day. Every day we need a fresh source of B. And as I said, that this you can't see it, but the product we're talking about that has all of these is our Pro Multivitamin Complex. And so the Pro Multivitamin is formulated with supplements, and then it has groups of supplements grouped together. And we're going to talk about why this is such a anchorage, why this is such a great anchorage as it relates to helping the body to have the nutrients that it needs. And so another very important vitamin B is vitamin B6. And vitamin B6 contributes to male fertility. All right? Deficiency in vitamin B6 may contribute to male infertility by increasing oxidative stress, which can negatively impact semen quality. And so a lot of times when men are not able to perform, one of the biggest factors that contribute to male health is, of course, stress. And so if it is that you are going through a very stressful period, or if it is that you work in a very stressful environment, one of the minerals that you absolutely need is vitamin B. And this is not just for men, this is for women as well. One of the vitamins that you need is vitamin B. And there's a product that I recommend a lot. If you're in Jamaica, it's called Amino Pep. Amino Pep, you can get it at the pharmacy. It's an excellent source of vitamin B. And so when you take it, it's almost as if you become like a superhuman because of the amount of energy that it gives you. So a lot of those persons who are feeling burnt out, those persons who are feeling lethargic, a lot of the times it's a deficiency in vitamin B6. Vitamin B6 helps maintain normal levels of homocysteine in the blood, an amino acid that can lead to heart problems if levels are too high. A clinical trial suggests that taking vitamin B6, folic acid, and vitamin B12 may reduce the risk of death from blood vessel problems in people who have had stroke or mini stroke. And so if you know of somebody who had a stroke, a very good product to start giving to that person is a B complex. And I don't recommend, it's not recommended that persons take B vitamins by themselves. What is actually recommended is that persons take B vitamins in the group, the whole family of B vitamins together. So the B1, the B2, B3, B6, B12, you take them all together so that they can work together to bring about the results that you want. So vitamin B6 is one of those very good vitamins to have. Then there's vitamin B12. And vitamin B12 helps with sperm count. It also helps with what we call sperm motility, how fast the sperm cells you move. It helps with concentration. It can also boost testosterone levels in men with infertility. So B vitamins, which are energy vitamins, help men who are having low energy, low sex drive, low testosterone. It helps that. Vitamin B12 also helps maintain hormonal balance, and low levels can cause testosterone levels to drop. And so if you're low in vitamin B12, Mary said that a lot of our men are highly stressed. And so that is one of the factors that contributes to why so many men are having issues with their health, the stress factor. And so if it is that you work in a stressful environment, then you want to have your B12. B12 can impact energy levels and stamina. So it is important for maintaining the health of nerves, blood cells, and metabolism. A deficiency can lead to anemia, stomach intestine problems, and permanent nerve damage. And so it is an essential vitamin to have. And as I said, you can get it naturally from molasses and so on. Then we have some other B vitamins like biotin. And biotin is essential for hair quality, skin quality, and nails, your fingernails. If you're low in biotin, or if you're deficient in biotin, you're gonna have a problem with hair loss. A lot of men who have hair loss problem, a lot of them it's due to low biotin levels. Persons who have weak or brittle nails, it's a result of low biotin. So biotin is another very important ingredient that you need in order to function at your optimal. And then there are amino acids chelates. Now, amino acid chelates are special amino acids that help the body to attract other nutrients or help the body to absorb other nutrients. So amino acid chelates have also been added because what we need is that we need all the help that we can get to absorb the nutrients that we take it in. A lot of people are taking supplements and are eating foods, and the supplements is just passing through their system because of these very important minerals that they don't have that allow them to absorb the food and to absorb the nutrients when they are taking it. So B12 is very important. So I said to persons, get your B complex. If you're over the age of 40, if you're 40 and above, one of the set of minerals that you need is going to be your B complex. All right, you're going to need your B complex. And of course, you can get your B complex from natural sources. All right, from very natural sources. And then we have products or herbs like echinacea. So we have what is called an immune support formulation. So in addition to all of these minerals that is in the Ultra Vita Pro Multivitamin, there are now some smaller formulations that could stand by themselves that have been added. One of them is our immune support. Now, the immune support consists of echinacea, spirulina, and garlic. These herbs are designed to boost the body's immune system. All right? All these herbs are designed to boost the body's immune system. Then we have what is called our antioxidant fruit and energy blend. These now include green tea extract. It includes hawthorn berries. It includes cinnamon bark. It includes bilberry. And by the way, bilberry is an excellent herb because what bilberry is noted for, that's Bilberry. Bilberry is known for its ability to help the body to absorb nutrients or to send circulation into the small extremities of the body. So like, for example, in the nerve endings, this herb, bilberry, is very good. And so it is used a lot for the eye. A lot of persons who have eye issues will supplement with bilberry because how many persons know the eyes are very small. Some of the smallest blood vessels in the body are found in the eye. And so when you want to get nutrients in the eye, one of the herbs that is used is bilberry. Then it contains grapeseed extract. We spoke about grapeseed extract extensively when we spoke about prostate health because grapeseed extract helps is an astringent as well as it is an antioxidant. So it helps to support the prostate. Then we have black currant fruit. We have pomegranate. These are some of the fruits and herbs that make up the antioxidant fruit and energy blend. And then we have our heart health support. This now consists of lutein, lycopene, which is also found in the prostate support ingredient. It also contains stinging nettle extract and it also contains saw palmetto. These are, supportive. And so what it does is that it helps the body to function um, in the way that it should function. It helps the body, our men, to function at their optimum. Anybody have any questions? Anyone, if you have any questions, guys, you can just shoot all your questions, and I'll be more than happy to deal with your questions. So we're talking about men's health, and we're talking about um, um, a alpha, we call it, or alpha male complex. And the alpha male complex is a combination of different products that work synergistically in supporting men's health. And in particular, we're looking at the Ultra Vita multivitamin, pro multivitamin, and that one is kind of like the anchor. That's kind of like the backbone of everything else. So all other products basically works synergistically with these products to support the man's health. All right, and so these products, these ingredients, these nutrients are designed to give phenomenal support to a man as he gets older. All right. So that's the main pivot, the main foundation or foundational product. So the Ultra Vita Ultra Vita Pro multivitamin is kind of like the anchor. And then we have all of the products working with it. All right. So now we're going to look at the fourth product. We're going to look at the fourth one. And the fourth one is the Maca Boost Pro formula. All right, the Maca Boost. And just in case you didn't get enough energy from all of those that we referred to, all those herbs that we spoke about, what we did is that we added one product by itself, which is just pure energy. And this of course, is the maca. And as we said, maca is a plant that grows in Peru. And it has been used for centuries for its medicinal properties. Some claim that maca can improve sexual function, libido, and sperm quality, all of these functions in men. And so there is not enough evidence, or there's limited evidence, because the powers that be don't want to pay, don't want to spend the money to do. But from traditional usage and interaction, this has been the claim that persons make. And so maca is one of the products that we have added to our combo. Some studies suggest that maca root may improve sexual arousal and erectile function. One study found that men who took maca extract for 8 to 12 weeks experienced improved sexual arousal. Another study found that men who ate maca extract had some amount of improvement as well in their erection. So this is a plant. It looks kind of like a beetroot, and when it is dug up and they use the bulb, they use the bottom section of it to as medicine. And so what they do is they will make a powder from it, and after making a powder, then they would add it to their smoothie, and it would give tremendous energy. I know a lot of persons who use maca not for energy as it relates to studying, for energy as it relates to being able to carry out their daily function in terms of work, but it has been a phenomenal product. And so we have added that. That it's a standalone supplement that makes up our alpha male complex, and it is an added arsenal to the combo itself. Another ingredient that is in so the maca boost basically has two ingredients. Remember we spoke about, anybody remember we spoke about the different parts of a formula? Can anybody tell me what are the different parts of a formula when you're making a herb formula? when you're making a herb medicine? Can anybody tell me? Hi, do this, Quincy. All right, hi, Quincy. All right, good. So can anybody tell me the 4 parts that makes up a herbal formula? 4 parts. Anybody? Every formula has about 4 parts. In our program, module 4 goes into that. Module 4 goes into that. The 4 part. Okay, very good, Cynthia. So Cynthia says the lead herb, the supporting herb, the balancing herb, and of course the driver herb. All right. So these are the 4 parts. So in the Maca Boost, it only has 2 ingredients. It has the maca, and what they have done is that they have added 3 different kinds of maca to it. They have added the red maca, the yellow maca, and the black maca, right? And then that's those are the ingredients that make up that particular formula. So it's just 2 ingredients, right? So usually one of those 3 is going to be the lead, and the other 2 are going to be the supporting. So this formula doesn't have any balancing. It has basically just 3 parts to it. It has the lead herb, the supporting herb, and then it has the driver, right? And in this formula, the driving herb is what we call the black pepper, right? And the reason for that is some studies suggest that black pepper may increase sexual performance and testosterone levels. However, other studies suggest that black pepper may damage sperm and lead to male infertility. And of course, this is based on the amounts. Black pepper can help the body absorb nutrients from fruits and vegetables. And so the black pepper is the driver. Black pepper contains piperine, which may help reduce inflammation in the body. Chronic inflammation can lead to health issues like heart disease and arthritis. And so there are other drivers that could have been used. And one has to be careful when they use black pepper because black pepper may interact with medications that the liver breaks down, changing how quickly the liver processes them. So this could change the effects and side effects of medication. So when you're taking black pepper, you have to be careful because remember I said that when you take a herb doesn't necessarily hurt you directly. When you take a herb can also affect the effectiveness of a particular medication that you are on, right? And black pepper is one of them. Which other herb comes to my mind? Some herbs that are high in iron also can have that effect. A lot of the herbs that support the liver can also affect the effectiveness of medication that if you're on them. And so one has to be very careful when you're taking medicines. When you're detoxifying your liver, you have to be very careful if you are on other prescription medication. Because when you cleanse the liver, in essence, you are tampering with the normal processing of the liver. And most of the medication that you take, they're going to be processed in the liver. So you have to be very careful. All right? You have to be careful. Anybody have any questions tonight so far? Anybody have any questions? All right. Good. What about bird pepper as a driver? Thank you very much, Olujo. Because bird pepper is an excellent driver. Our cayenne pepper is an excellent driver. Because it helps to reduce inflammation as well. It helps to remove plaque from the cardiovascular system. And so most times what we use as driver is bird pepper. But there are other drivers too. But one of the best. It's like ginger is a driver as well. And whenever you're using drivers, they're using small amounts, and you have to remember that if too much driver is added, if too much bird pepper, if too much black pepper, if too much of the herbs that are drivers are added, they can impact on the stomach if the person has an underlying stomach issue. So one has to be very careful for that also. All right. So that's a look on. So basically, that's a look on all the products that constitute our alpha male complex. I'm gonna just show you what that looks like. Oh, imagine that. After so this is what it looks like. Can you imagine? So that is the alpha male complex, and those are the 4 products that constitutes it. And you can get them on our website at icmwellnessmarketplace.net. Let me take this off. All right. Any question, guys? Because this basically concludes our look or series on the topic just for men. We talked about a wide variety of issues that affect men, and we spoke about a wide variety of nutrients that are unique to men, that are necessary for men, especially once you hit 40, because your health begins to decline. But why is 40? If you have been with us, why is 40 so important? What happens? What's so significant about the age, the number 40 for men? Anybody remember? Why is 40 so significant? Once a man reaches 40, his health starts to decline rapidly. And so we spoke about a number of herbs. If you're joining us for the first time in day 1, the first video that we did, we spoke about those herbs. All right. And we said that what's so significant about age 40 is that once you hit age 40, 50% of your liver function begins to decline. You start to lose 50% of the liver's function. And so the body is not able to work or to function in the way it used to work. And so because of that, we have to now take special care. We have to now give special attention to the body, because our body is in a state of decline. Now, a lot of persons wait until they start to experience symptoms before they take their health seriously. And as I do persons that nothing else, just very recently, one of my very, 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 very good friends, he's in my age group, had a stroke. And I heard that it was so massive that it made him incapacitated. And it's like a wake-up call, because this is somebody who is in a very similar field, and he is always active, always busy. And at his age, he's now in a bed, not able to move around. Aluju says, what effect do maca when combined with herbs such as damiana and strongback? All right, so as I said, maca is a herb that has lots of energy. So with damiana and strongback, those are also herbs that give the body a lot of energy. So you want to be very careful in combining so many herbs that give energy, because it can also mean that you put your heart under a lot of pressure. All right? If it is properly formulated, because um, when you decide which ingredients you're going to use, another critical factor is how much of the ingredients you're going to use. That's another very important factor. How much of the ingredient you're going to use. Of course, once you determine what are your lead herbs, what are your support herbs, what are your balancing herbs, this that percentage to a large extent is basically worked out, because you know that your lead herbs are going to be those herbs that are in the higher percentile area. Right? And in our course, in module 4, we go more into that. All right. There's a book that I've written that I've said that I also want to give away. It's called Rooted Strength. And in that particular book, it's called Rooted Strength, the 10 best Jamaican herbs for men over 40 with erectile dysfunction. In that particular book, I go a little more in depth into helping persons to determine how to combine herbs that is synergistically designed for them or tailor-made for them. Because as I said that in time past, herbalists didn't have herbs pre-made on a shelf. Herbs were pretty much formulated after seeing the client and talking to the client and determining what were the weak areas of the body and what were the needs of the cells. And so to know when in some, for example, traditional Chinese medicine, when you go to a traditional Chinese medicine practitioner, all the individual ingredients are in drawers labeled. And after talking to you, what they will do is they will go and they will get all the herbs and they will combine them there and then. Happy Saturday, Ver, how are you? And they will make the product available to you. All right? And so that is how it was done. And so when you become a herbalist, this is what you develop over a period of time. This is a skill that you develop a period of time. The first thing that you learn is you learn to identify, based on the needs of the cells, the ingredients that you are going to use. That's not hard. It's not really hard to determine what are the herbs that you need to make the medicine. It's very easy to learn that. If you pay attention to the person and understand what are the needs of the person, then it's not difficult to know what are the herbs that you're going to select to make the formula. What's more challenging is the amount of those herbs. Over a period of time, you become better at determining just the right amount that you need to add for the medicine to work. All right? But that happens with experience. So my goal tonight is really to help persons to understand. So let me see if I can give you some case studies. So I had this gentleman, this person, it's a gentleman that came in who had issues with his health. And one of the dominant factor was that one, he felt lethargic, didn't have a lot of energy, and he had problems sleeping. So he had insomnia. From that understanding, you would know that that person has issues with vitamin D deficiency. Allude your love. Yeah, I do have it. It's on our website. If you go to, let me show you. So if you go to our website, when you go on our website, if you're on the phone, it's gonna look a little different. I can't show you that. But what you're looking for is digital products. Click on that, and there it is. $14. You can just download it and go through it. All right. So my goal is to really help persons to have the knowledge as to how to do this for themselves. You know, your health is your responsibility. Now more than ever, we're hearing you talk about nuclear weapons. By the way, one thing that you need to stock up on is a thing called Lugal solution or iodine. Because in the event of a nuclear fallout, one of the things that helps the body to get rid of the toxins from a nuclear fallout is iodine. And I believe that if we were to have one, it would literally become unavailable to persons. It would become so unavailable because the rich would just buy it up. And so we have to think, be proactive, and get it while it's available. So the idea is that as men, we need to support the body's immune system. We need to get the minerals that we need, get the herbs that we need. Benton says, please remind me of the name of this book. Ver says, do you have that for sale? And I think that's, yes, it is for sale. It's on our website. It's entitled Rooted Strength. Let me see if I can get the link and post it here. That's it. So you can click on that link, or you can copy that link and paste it in your browser. And it will take you to where you can get that book, Rooted Strength. All right, so tomorrow we begin our journey, because we have finished this now, in looking on cancer. And I'm excited because we're going to talk about cancer in a way that nobody else talks about it. We're going to talk about, I like to talk about things in a very practical way. I like to talk about things in a way where persons, even the very simplest person, can verify it for themselves. So one of the biggest misconception that is out there is that there is only cancer. There's only cancer. There's only one cancer. Tomorrow night we're going to be talking about that. I hope you send out the link early. Invite some friends. Tomorrow night we're going to be talking about cancer. And we're going to be talking about cancer families. All right? Now, why is cancer families important? Why is it important to understand that cancer exists as a family or in a family? When are you coming back to the Bronx? I'm not sure. Hopefully next year. Let's see what happens next year, near summer, once it gets warm. But why is it important to understand that cancers exist in families? Because one of the reasons why people don't effectively attack their cancer is because they don't know that they exist in families. So people attack cancers the same way when every cancer family functions differently or behaves differently. So cancers from the same family group behave similarly, and so their approach can be similar or should be similar. But you can't, how you approach one family is not necessarily how you approach the other family. As a matter of fact, some cancer families are way down on the list of, what should I use? Is the word severity or how detrimental they are. So some cancers are more detrimental than some. Some cancers are even preventable, not preventable, very treatable, easily treatable, easily reversed. So it's important that we understand. Then there are some cancers that are so rare that doctors don't even know which group to put them in. And because they don't know which group to put them in, good night, Victoria, because they don't know which group to put them in, that's the cancers, they call them the rare ones. Those are the ones that are difficult because they don't know, they don't understand how they behave, and they don't know how to approach them. So tomorrow night, we're going to be talking about cancer families, and then what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be talking about how to approach these families, right? The body heals itself. But half of what it means to win a battle is understanding how your enemy functions, right? And so, what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about the different cancer families, and we're going to talk about how they function, and then we're going to carry on. I'm going to talk about the work of one Nobel Peace Prize recipient and how their work has contributed to understanding cancers, and how if we understand what the person's discovery was, how it should, it's not, but it should, how it should help us. And what we're going to talk about is we're going to be talking about principles now that affect all the different families of cancers. All right, we're talking about that. So many times I see, and that's why it's so important. It says, I see persons who take a particular herb that helped a particular family of cancer. They believe that, oh, you can take this herb for any cancer. No, not all cancers are the same. Cancers behave depending on the family that they are from. Right? So we're going to talk about the cancer families, and we're going to talk about how it is determined that cancers are from the same families. All right? We're going to talk about that. How is it determined that cancers are from the same families? And then once you understand, and then you look, because when they talk about, once the doctors determine that this is cancer, the cancer is given a name, and the name of the cancer helps us to identify which family it's from. All right? So cancers from this similar family, their names also reflect that. Just like how, when your last name would help us to determine which family you are from. Well, in the same way, the name that the doctor says, okay, this is the type of cancer that you have, they know now, oh, this is a family that the cancer belongs to. And so that information is very important, because then you know now how to approach it. So we're going to we're talking about that tomorrow. I'm excited. So I hope that you invite some more persons. I'm going to talk about it not in a way to put myself in any trouble. We're not making any promises. We're not making any claims. And that is the reason why I want to share with you from the work done by a Nobel Peace Prize winner. And I'm saying that based on the work that this person has done. Can you imagine when COVID came out, how quick did they come up with a vaccine? Right? But cancer is a bit different because so many different families. There are hundreds of types of cancers. But we're going to be looking at the main families. Just like we have hundreds of different types of plants, but there are main families of plants that we get our medicines from. Right? So everything basically works like that. So guys, I want to thank you for being here. Absolute pleasure. And thank you. If you've missed the series, then please go back to day 1 and go through the videos. Look at the herbs. If you have any questions, then please just come with your questions. And Doc, what class of herbs that will be a good balancing herb for men? All right. So Oluja Love says, Doc, what class of herbs that will be a good balancing herb for men? I don't understand that question. I don't even know if it's finished. What class of herbs that will be a good balancing herbs for men? All right. Now, a balancing herb is not a balancing herb for men. You have balancing herbs for conditions that men have. So they are good balancing herbs, but the balancing herbs is based on the condition that the man is having. So they are balancing herbs for erectile dysfunction. They are balancing herbs for low sperm count. They are balancing herbs for low sperm motility. They are balancing herbs for premature ejaculation. There's balancing herbs. So the balancing herb is based on the condition, right? Not so much for the men, right? Because men are men. We have balancing herbs for the conditions that affect men. So it would have to be what type of condition. So maybe I don't know, what condition you are relating to. If you give me a condition, and I could help you to determine what balancing herbs you would need. Anybody want to ask? All right, balancing herbs. And by and large, balancing herbs give us opposite actions. Right? So when I talk about herbs, I talk about the actions first. Then I find herbs that are the best herbs for those actions. Right? So let's say we're talking about astringency. A good balancing herb would be like guava leaf. That's a good astringency. That's a herb that takes waters out of the cells. Then we have herbs that would put water in the cells. Herbs that would put water in the cells are usually tangy herbs, like lemon leaf or something like that. So it depends. Grape seed. So grape seed is a very good astringent herb. So grape seed takes water out. What you want is a herb that will add fluid into the cells. And so so grape seed would be a balancing herb for herbs that add fluid to the cells, and herbs that add fluid to the cells would be a balancing herbs for herbs that take water out of the cells. So you're pretty much looking for a herb with an opposite reaction to another herb. Right? That's how balancing herbs are determined. Like we spoke about licorice. We spoke about licorice that helps to reduce testosterone. So licorice would be a good herb to a herb like Puma. All right, all right, because those herbs increase testosterone. So you want a herb that takes out testosterone to create that balance. All right. Hope that answers your question. Again, I want to thank you guys for being on. Hope that tonight was edifying. Hope it was informative enough, and it was worth your time joining. Tomorrow night, I will start or look at cancer. I will start out by looking at the families, cancer families. All right. So thank you again. If you have not yet subscribed, then please subscribe. Give us a like, a thumbs up, because it greatly helps the algorithm for the videos. And by the way, before I go, I noticed that these videos that I'm doing, which I believe are informative, I was looking on my analytics, and I realized that these are not videos that YouTube is going to promote. Right? Videos like these are not videos that are going to be promoted